This video is sponsored by you. Links for the channel are in the description, along with the Discord, which you should join. Hello there, Arknights Recycle Field, most just kinda there YouTuber here. Angelina, I am not calling her Gilberta, has technically been in the game since launch, courtesy of losing the Laevatain 50-50 to her, but her actual rate-up banner is coming, and so the obvious questions are: should you pull, should you grab the weapon, what's her best build, and is she better than Ardelia? If you come from other 3D gacha games, your first instinct will be to say that obviously the limited banner 6-star will be better than the free daily login 6-star. But turns out, in a move unprecedented among mainland China gacha games, the welfare 6-star unit is actually cracked. So this is a real competition. Is what I would say if Ardelia wasn't arguably the best 6-star in the game. How Ardelia's kit made it to the launch build is a mystery for God himself, and she got nerfed, by the way. She was stronger in beta too. And it's not even because Angelina is bad. This is not a haha SUPAH video where he shits on the bad unit. No, on paper, in a vacuum, Angelina is an amazing unit as well. She even has like 1 or 2 teams where she is the better choice. This truly is a case of Ardelia being that good. And I remind you, she is the free login 6-star with her signature. I feel like this generosity from Arknights Endfield has gone really underappreciated, so let me enlighten you. We will be assuming Mastery 3 skills, Potential 0, and Potential 0 weapons for both. This is also for the 1.0 environment, though I doubt this video will age poorly anytime soon. And for the first time in this channel, every build discussed will be in the description. There's this nice website called Endfield Tools, go watch my previous video, which allows you to make builds and share them, so you can click the links in the description and you're gonna have the build right there. Way I see it, both Ardelia and Angelina have 2 roles in your team each: healing and debuffing for Ardelia, and enemy displacement and debuffing for Angelina. Both are intended for arts teams, and both are debuffers, so let's start the comparison from there. Angelina applies 30% arts susceptibility on her ultimate, gaining up to 12% more if she consumes 4 vulnerability stacks. With her signature weapon, every time she applies lift, which is on her combo skill on a cooldown of 19 seconds, the entire team deals 24.6% more arts damage. The extra buff from lifted enemies can go up to 16.8%, for a total of 36% with just 3 lifted enemies. With the Battle Pass weapon instead, which is her second best in slot, the team deals from 8% to 17% more arts damage, scaling with natural inflictions on the field. The Battle Pass weapon is a solid choice, but restrictive. The buff is less optimal, and the signature has far better uptime and flexibility. Hey, hi, SUPAH from the future here again. Light Zong pulled another fast one on me with the mechanics in this fucking game. Here's chivalric virtues. When the wielder's skill provides HP treatment, the entire team gains 14% attack as a buff. Now, initially, I thought that HP treatment was a specific named mechanic like consume, because it is specifically named HP treatment even in things like Snowshine's kit. However, after testing, it appears that HP treatment is just any instance of healing. That means that when Angelina's skill hits 2 or more enemies, she will heal and apply this buff. It's basically a budget version of her signature, even more than the Battle Pass weapon is. With the Eternal Shiranite gear set on top, she gives another 16% damage dealt buff to the entire team every time she applies Susceptible on her ultimate. The issue with Angelina as a debuffer is her incredibly low ultimate duration. The anomalous field applying slow and arts susceptibility lasts 5 seconds. Unless you have everything ready to go to burst down the enemy in those 5 seconds, you're not gonna make much of it. Given, especially with the Eternal Shirenite gear set, you get to activate her ultimate really often, so it matters a little less. It's just not super comfortable. What is super comfortable is Ardelia. At first glance, Ardelia might seem like just a simple, generic healer you can put in any team, and this was the narrative back in Beta 2 as well. But once you look beneath that cute smile and endearing pink ship, the devil from the Bible hides beneath. Ardelia applies 20% Arts Susceptibility on her battle skill by consuming Corrosion, which is applied by her combo skill. On a cooldown of 17 seconds and a susceptibility duration of 30, you can keep this debuff up very often, if not permanently. We then add her signature on top, which I will remind you again, is also free from daily logins. When she consumes Corrosion, the enemy will take an additional 16% arts damage for 25 seconds. If we give her the Eternal Shirenite set as well, the entire team then gains another 16% damage dealt on top of everything. Mathematically speaking, Angelina has better debuffs, so we have this nice lesser buff but applicable more often balancing thing going on, right? Angelina has better buffs, but she gets them less often. Ardelia has lesser buffs, but she gets them all the time. Ardelia is the best in slot for Laevatain with Antal and Akekuri. Ardelia also works great with Last Rite. That team needs final strikes and Ardelia needs them too. So her debuff falls effortlessly into the team rotation. And just because Ardelia's greed knows no bounds, she's also great in all physical teams, because she also applies physical susceptibility on her skill. I didn't mention that yet, did I? Though in these teams you would use the Stanza of Memorial's weapon instead of her signature. When it comes to electric teams, meaning Avywenna, Arclight and Perlica, Angelina is by far the best choice, even if you don't have her signature. Though in this team, her signature is a huge improvement. This is because her crowd control helps all of the team, but in particular Avywenna, because she groups the enemies together so that when Avywenna battle skill retreats the Thunderlances, everyone gets hit. Not just that, but this is the most fun team in the game, it's not even close. If you want advice that is entirely detached from the whole meta game and is pure fun factor, play this team. But Ardelia is not perfect. Antal, yes, the fucking 4-star, actually beats her out when it comes to single target in heat and electric teams when combining both his skill and ultimate at once. Ardelia is also beaten out in Yvonne Teams. Here, Angelina is easily the best option. She can apply nature stacks really easily and buff the entire team while she's at it and apply crowd control. She just fulfills more things that Yvonne wants compared to Ardelia for much less effort. Something really important about Angelina is her enemy displacement. 99% of attacks and skills in this game have AoE. However, it is really difficult for characters to actually group enemies together. This will lead you to slowly beat down enemies one by one, because the others just stand around with their dick in their hand or are targeting a teammate instead of you. So this grouping speeds up fights by quite a lot. Far more important than her debuffs is this crowd control. It's why, despite everything, Angelina is still an amazing unit on her own merits. Personally, I see Angelina as a future investment, like crypto, the Jill coin. By virtue of being a support, she is the hardest 1.0 unit to power creep in the future, and the more teams like Yvonne and Electric come out, the better she will be over time. Watch out for Xaihi, I'm calling it now. I cannot overstate that yes, you can put Ardelia in every team. I have yet to find a single team where Ardelia doesn't work. The closest is Yvonne Teams, as I explained before, and even then she's fully serviceable there. And that's all. Max out your Akekuri. Bye. Hi, welcome to the outro. This is where we do the outro. Thank you for watching and thank you to all the channel members on screen right now. In particular, Bar2D2X, Diamond Dog, Nemotic, Kamiya Love Wishadel, Yominest Passmord, Zoramar's Link, The Long Chef, Jinjin Tentuna, Vinko Ching, Ilio, Levin Shad, Crayon Box, Ethramn, The Lord of All Magic, URL Killer, Divius, Kino, Bomb Ninja, Apollo T, QX102, Mr. Lair, Tatanimal Raptor, 1K, Never Far Off, Zeverinix, Nubo, DTK Skykill, I Antonio 3, Sebistum, San Kenshi, Kevin McQuire, Chromalacham, Q5QTZK, Porato Shipu, Genius K Shipper, Selfer 7, Maxiel Says, Camon Hiren, Larmendra, Prancin Peppers, Radio Nukunyu, Yuvune, King of Harems, and that guy with 2 names. There you go, that's a whole minute added to the runtime. There you go.